Good afternoon. Very warm welcome to all of you. We'll call upon the dignitaries to the stage. Professor Kamakoti, Sri Nagarajan, Sri Bala, Sri Bala Murali, please come. And Professor Ravindran is expected anytime. Very good afternoon to all of you. We'll start the program on a sacred note. Let us rise for Tamil Thai Varthu and Vande Mataram.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் வதனமென திகழ்பரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் மதிர் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போலனை துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம் வியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே 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 வந்தே மாதரம் வந்தே மாதரம் சுஜலாம் சுபலாம் மலயஜ शीतलां शस्य श्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
Thank you, Arya. Once again, a very warm welcome to all of you. On this auspicious day of Vijayadashami, Dashera, Gandhi and Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayantis, we are gathered here for a truly special occasion, the launch of the Vidya Shakti Yuva Mentor-Mentee platform. As a remarkable coincidence, our Vidya Shakti project was also launched on the auspicious Vijayadashami day of 2021. The Mentor-Mentee platform is envisioned to connect leaders and mentors from diverse domains with young aspirants aged 15 to 29, nurturing their skills, confidence, and sense of responsibility. Today's event is not just a launch, but the beginning of a movement to empower India's youth. The welcome address will be delivered by Sri Bala to set the stage and to welcome our esteemed dignitaries, guests, all of you gathered here. May I now invite Sri Balasubramanian Suryanarayanan, Head of Operations, Vidya Shakti. Sri Bala is a seasoned IT and operations leader with 35 plus years in application development and global delivery. With 12 plus years in leadership across P&L, customer relationships, and operational excellence, he now drives strategy and execution for scaling Vidya Shakti's educational and social impact programs. Bala, over to you.
Good evening, all. So, on this auspicious day of Vijayadashmi and Gandhi Jayanti, Vidya Shakti team is delighted to welcome you all to the formal launch of Vidya Shakti Yuva, a Mentor-Mentee platform. We are deeply honored to have with us Professor Dr. Kamakoti, Director, IIT Madras, as our chief guest on the occasion. Professor is always with us in all Vidya Shakti initiatives and guides us, and it's a big motivation for us. Sir, your presence here today is a source of great inspiration for us. Thank you for being with us, sir. We are equally privileged to welcome Dr. Professor Ravindran Balraman. He should be here anytime. Okay. Head of Vadvani School of Data Science and AI, IIT Madras. And we also have Shri Balamurali Shankar, Chief Knowledge Officer, IIT Pravartak. So your insights and leaderships in domains of data and skill development is invaluable to our mission, Vidya Shakti Yuva. A warm welcome to you all. We welcome all our esteemed advisors, CSR partners, collaborators, faculty members of IIT Madras, and well-wishers of Vidya Shakti. Thank you for standing with us, and a warm welcome to you all. Hearty welcome to all the volunteers who have stepped forward to serve as mentors under the Vidya Shakti Mentee initiative. Your commitment to nurturing young minds is a cornerstone of this platform. We also have, we are on YouTube Live. We also have several volunteers, officers from various state government departments who are already working with Vidya Shakti, and teachers who have joined virtually. Warm welcome to all of you. As we embark on this new chapter, may the Vidya Shakti Yuva platform become the beacon of guidance and genuine connect for youths across India. Once again, I welcome you all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Bala, for the warm words of welcome and encouragement. Now, it's time for introduction about the platform. To introduce the Vidya Shakti Yuva Mentor-Mentee platform, its vision, and the pathway it seeks to build for our youth, may I now invite Shri P. Nagarajan, the founder and CEO of Resilio Labs, Managing Trustee of Open Mentor Trust, and the Project Director of Vidya Shakti. Shri Nagarajan, fondly called Nagoji, in a career spanning performance engineering, testing, and IT education, has trained thousands of professionals in software quality, data analytics, machine learning, AI, and entrepreneurship. A serial entrepreneur and mentor, Nagarajan combines deep technical expertise with a passion for Carnatic music, Tamil poetry, and nurturing young talent. Over to you, Nagarajan.
Vande Mataram, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Respected Director Sir, Balamurali ji, advisors of Vidya Shakti project, faculty members of IIT Madras, our CSR donors, sponsors, Vidya Shakti volunteers. Thanks for coming on a holiday, that too on a long weekend, all the way deep into IIT Madras. First, I will start with the story. There was a young boy who is very good in Tamil, but used to fail in all other subjects. One day, he failed in the selection exam of, I'm talking about 1950s to 1960s, that era. Before PUC examination, they used to have a selection examination. He failed in all the subjects other than Tamil. Within a few hours, the news came that he ran away from home. 4 teachers from my school, P.T. Vishwanathan sir, N.M. Govindarajan sir, fondly known as NMG sir, and a few others, actually took cycle, traveled a lot of miles, tried to chase him, because those days buses were not there. How far you can run? So they took the cycle in all 4 directions. Finally they came to know, so one boy took Nagapattinam bus. He was not accompanied by parents. Look at the social parenting those days. Then they went to, one person went to Nagapattinam, they found this boy loitering in a depressed mode. Luckily he didn't take the bad decision. They brought him, consoled him, supported him, cared for him. You are great in Tamil. We will ensure that you will pass in all other subjects. You play your strength. Repeatedly they gave that medicine to him. He is none other than Dr. Kappa Aravanan. He retired as the Vice Chancellor of Manonmaniyam Sundaranar Tamil University. And he studied in George Higher Secondary School, which is still functioning as 120 years in Vishnupuram village, which is founded by the great grandfather of Kamakotiji. The point is, they were not NMG sir or Raka sir or P.T. Visu sir. They were not teachers. They didn't act as teachers. They elevated to the level of mentors. A mentor cares. A mentor supports. A mentor motivates, inspires. Teacher can help you to get 10 more marks. Kappa Aravanan repeatedly used to say, Sita Rama sir taught me how to talk, how to be on the stage, how to act. Every single interview, Kappa Aravanan used to say that. From a runaway boy to Vice Chancellor of a Tamil University playing that strength, who made the change? Those mentors. So we want, the aim of Vidya Shakti Yuva is create mentors. Help teachers to become mentors. The real gurus. A real guru is really interested in making you successful. In Sanskrit they used to say, in Bharatiya way of teaching and learning, first is Patam, learn and teach. Second is Bodham, get clarity. Third, Charana, you follow what you studied, right? Tirulur says, Nirka Adarka Taha. Fourth is there, Acharana. That means make others also to follow what they studied. That is very difficult. You following is also difficult. That is why those who make Acharana, they are called Acharyas. Tamil, Asiriyar. People, the moment the student or the Shishya feels that this person is my role model, that is the time the teacher metamorphosizes to mentor. On this Vijayadashami day, we want to bring a lot of Nari Shakti into Vidya Shakti, enabling a lot of rural women. We welcome Professor Dr. Ravindran ji onto the stage. Sir, please come, sir. So, and this is the time we want to ensure that we will train a lot of talented people to elevate to the level of mentors. I can tell hundreds of stories in Vidya Shakti itself how some of our teachers who became mentors. But on one side, Professor Ravindran may get angry if I say this. On one side, we are making machines to think like humans. We are training those machines very hard. On the other side, people become plastic to emotions. They don't get so emotionally attached. We become like emotionless, passionless, compassionless, empathyless machines on one side. But we want to make sure that mentors are created. Mentors also need motivation. Arjuna, though he is Parakramsali, he still needed motivation. Everybody at their level needs motivation. Only thing is, there should be a structured way to do that. We have abundant amount of talent. Talent is everywhere. Luckily, internet is there. Let us utilize this, connect this, formally do this, make it in a structured mode. This is what is Vidya Shakti Yuva is all about. And we are very happy to have a lot of talented, accomplished people in this room. With this introductory note, I thank you one and all for coming to this event. And this is a great occasion because Vijayadashmi and Gandhi Jayanti, Lal Bahadur Shastri Jayanti, all these things are coming on a Guruvar, right? When I attended the conference in National Council for Teacher Education, NCTE, that place is named as Guru Guru Tamo Dham. Guru is your teacher. Guru Tama means exponents in Guru. Dham is the abode. So we want to make sure that all these talent which is available across India, all the Nari Shakti available across India, we want to get it focused and channelize it towards education. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Nagoji, for charging up the room here. Now we know why he is a master mentor. And under his mentorship, the platform is going to go places. We are very confident. So what is the need for mentorship and what is the role of data? Mentorship is not just guidance, as Nagoji was saying. It is the bridge between potential and achievement. To share perspectives on the need for mentorship and data on its impact, we now have Professor Dr. Ravindran Balaraman, the head of Vadvani School of Data Science and AI, IIT Madras. Professor Ravindran is a triple AI fellow and one of India's foremost experts in reinforcement and geometric deep learning. I stand corrected. Global experts in reinforcement and geometric deep learning. His research focuses on learning through interactions and the responsible, fair, and transparent deployment of AI. He also advises several AI and analytics startups and is shaping the next generation of innovators in India. So, no better person than than Professor for describing the need for mentorship. Over to you, sir.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So I'm actually not very well, so if you suddenly hear a very loud burst of cough amplified through the mic, please excuse me. I apologize in advance. I'll try to turn my head when I cough. If I can't, I apologize for that. I hope you can hear me thanks to the mic. Otherwise, I can't talk louder than this. Great. So I missed the beginning of the thing. Basically, in steam inhaling to making sure I clear up my sinuses before I can come here. That took me a little while. But the one thing I wanted to talk about today, right? So I know as I'm heading the School of Data Science and AI, and there's a lot of work and a lot of attention that is being paid to how AI is going to replace teachers, how AI can teach you any subject you want, how students can just sit at home and learn by interacting with these AI models and so on and so forth, right? In some sense, that entire framing of what education means misses the whole essence of teaching, where the teacher is not somebody who merely communicates subject knowledge. right? But is a lot more than that. Is a mentor, a guide, right? So I have seen that happen multiple times in my life too. I've had students who graduated 17 years ago suddenly appear out of the blue and tell me, sir, I'm getting bored with corporate life. I want to get into starting an NGO. I don't know any better person than you to advise me on whether there's a right move in my life or not. 17 years later, they come and ask these kind of questions, right? And then I've had people who have come to me and asked me questions like, sir, I'm just out of college, but my parents want me to get married. No, seriously. So I know that you got married and at a very early age. So what is your advice for me? I mean, yeah, of course, you can still ask ChatGPT all of these questions, but still, the question is, as a mentor, right? So you create a special bond with the student that you are teaching and training. So this whole framing of having an automated way of imbibing textbook knowledge comes from a very Western view of looking at teaching as a transaction. The student comes, pays a fees, right? And then it becomes the job of the teacher. In fact, I've had an instance when I was doing my PhD, one of the undergrad students filed a case against one of the teachers, saying that, hey, I failed your course. Comma, it was an operating systems course. So I failed your course because you didn't teach me well enough to pass your course. He actually he filed a case in the academic council saying that this is a thing and I need a reimbursement of my fees that I paid for the course. அவ்வளோதான், வேற யாராவது பெட்டராக சொல்லி தரணுங்கிறதுனால just give me back my fees. So once you started framing education as a transactional process, right? I give you money, you give me back, some textbook knowledge that you have digested and you're regurgitating to me. Then, thinking about a teacher being completely replaced by automated methods, AI, becomes feasible. But when you really get to the heart of it, how we think of teaching here, right? So how the kind of a bond that is formed. A teacher can actually, I've known of instances, for example, let's take Kama. Sorry, Kama, I'm going to use you as an example, right? So I'm going to use you as an example. So Kama was, coaching a lot of people for GATE, right? In the first floor of his house, he used to have these classes run all the time, right? He'll never take fees from the students. He'll just tell them, you have to go donate to the school, which we are running, which the school is completely free for all the poor children who come to the school. So we need donations to keep it running. So not only do the students donate to the school as a fees, but even after they finish and go, every year many of them keep coming back and keep donating to the school. So it is not just, they kind of imbibe this, the spirit of giving. It's not just a question of learning from there and getting into the, finishing, cracking GATE and getting into the college you want, but they also change fundamentally in terms of being more open to giving to people. Right? Likewise, a teacher can interact with a student and figure out there is something wrong going on in the student's house. Right? They don't need the student to tell them something. Just by the way, the small changes in the interaction, they can look at body language. They can look at the way the student is shying away from interactions and things like that. And then they can, call the parents and talk to them, saying, "Hey, is there something wrong? Are you fighting in the house?" These kinds of questions, right? So that the interaction between a mentor and a mentee goes way beyond the transaction of conveying knowledge in a textbook to the student, right? And I think that. So let me, of course, I have to also speak for AI, right? Otherwise, Kama will fire me as the head of AI. So I have to say something positive about AI as well, right? So the modern day AI systems are able to digest, knowledge, textbooks, material at a scale unimaginable for one human being. That we have to grant, right? It is going to be literally like a library. Like an entire library rolled into one model, right? So now the role of the mentor, the teacher, is going to evolve, right? It is not that you're going to stop guiding the students, but you're going to do it with the assistance of this amazing library that you can call. So your power to convey knowledge to the student is going to increase tremendously, right? And so we have to think about how we would, train the teachers, how we train the mentors to take advantage of these tools, right? And guide the students using the tools properly, right? You can't really let the student interact with the tool directly. we have been hearing all kinds of horror stories about, how these tools, instead of trying to get a student come out of depression, pushes them much more deeper into the depression, right? Or in fact, even more worrisome incident where one of these AI models encouraged a kid to kill his mother. I'm sorry to use this example, but there's a real example that happened, and that's how extreme it was, right? So he had some angst, as usual, like kids are angry with their parents. It kind of amplified that anger, made it into a paranoia, and pushed him to doing things like that. So there is no way these models are ready for kids to interact with them directly, right? So the role of a mentor is now going to be, hey, how are you going to make sure the student, the kid who is coming to you, has a wholesome development, and at the same time is able to take advantage of this amazing library that's available at your fingertips, right? So we don't know what are the most effective models in this new world, of what will be the new models of pedagogy in this world. So we need to start playing around with these models and try to understand what is happening, and have a more systematic way of having our mentor mentee relationship, make use of these AI tools as we go along. So I think we are at a crux where education is going to get transformed, and it's up to us to ensure that we are able to push in our notions of the primacy of the guru into this new systems as well. So before I start coughing, I'll stop. Thank you. All the best for the program.
So that's a true commitment, sir. We truly appreciate your, being here despite your health condition. And no amount of ChatGPT or no tool can replace a mentor. As you rightly pointed out, ChatGPT cannot know whether your parents were fighting at home in the morning or what you had for breakfast or whatever. So, there's a long way for these tools to go and, to come anywhere near being a human mentor. So thanks for highlighting that, Professor. It's our privilege now today to have with us an academic visionary and leader to deliver the keynote address and formally launch the Vidya Shakti Yuva Mentor-Mentee platform. May I warmly invite Professor Dr. Kamakoti, Director, IIT Madras. As the cliche goes, Dr. Kama needs no introduction to this audience. The Director of IIT Madras and a distinguished faculty member in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, a pioneer in secure systems engineering and VLSI design. He led India's indigenous RISC-V microprocessor initiative, Shakti. Under his leadership, IIT Madras continues to excel in innovation, education, and social impact. Over to you, Professor.
So, continuing where Ravi left, I just asked Mita AI on, I'm feeling depressed. So what can I do? So it gives me so many reasons for being depressed. So in our, when we do the Avniyavatam, then we say for all the sins I have done, we give a list of sins, right? Then it teaches the person what these type of sins are also possible, okay? So, right? So a mentor can never be replaced by an automated model. I am very sure about it. You cannot have a digital twin for a mentor. So with that positive note about this program, friends, IIT Madras faced a crisis during my second 6 months of the first year, where we had 5 suicides in 6 months. And the reason was predominantly because the students are out completely locked up in COVID, and when they came back, they are yet to establish the connection with the respective teachers. And we have some 18-pronged approach to address this problem. And from that point of time, from April 2023 till date, thanks to the Almighty, that we don't have any campus suicide at all. And I sincerely pray to God that for infinite years to come, IIT Madras campus or anywhere in the world, nobody should commit suicide, but specifically here. The one thing I found out was that out of this 18-pronged approach, one simple thing that was needed was there must be someone who asks, hey boy, how are you, at least once a month. And I think that solved major problems. And that's the role of a mentor. So, mentorship is not just about education, it's about the overall holistic development of the individual. We can play a very important role because when the kids come here, why we are so happy at IIT Madras is because we see some of the most kids with lot of creative ideas that they use in all possible things. They never leave a stone unturned. I still remember when I just became a faculty advisor, one kid came to me. So he said, what is 75% of some 52 or so I just calculated and said this. So out of 52 classes, how much can I bunk? 8, 9. Now the teacher only took 50 classes and count 75% of this. Assuming that the teacher will take 52 classes, I bunked earlier. The teacher took only 50. And now they say I have to repeat the course. It is because of teacher's absence that I am suffering. Okay. So there is the intelligence that they have, and they clear one of the toughest examination. Come here. Now they need mentorship. They need mentorship of a different kind. They can study anything. Many of these kids doesn't need a teacher for teaching the topics, to learn these topics. They can learn by themselves. I am teaching a course called Foundation to Computing. It's my 50th semester this year. 49 semesters I was continuously teaching. Last semester I thought, okay, one semester I'll have a leave. I have so much of work sitting as a director, but I felt that I am getting into Alzheimer's. Okay, so can't be without teaching. So this year I selected a BTech course, and I just told this is that syllabus chapter, and there are some 20% of the kids out of 103, around 20-25 kids who already solved all the assignments. They are ready for the exam, and almost 1 month before. So these are very brilliant kids. But what they need is focus, guidance. And I think that's what we are talking at IIT level. But when we move on to George Higher Secondary School, or what Nagoji's grandfather has started, father has started the Shankara school at Tediur, our villages, the type of mentorship is quite different there. What they need is first motivation. First and foremost, they have not heard about JEE, they have not heard about IITs. We keep going and telling about that. We start talking about our data science program. We make it a point that at least 25,000 children from rural background visit IIT. They just come, they breathe here, breathe the air around IIT, see the deers here, see the professors here, see the monkeys here, see the campus, so that they get motivated. So many things have been done by the government. So as a part of Honorable Prime Minister's Yuva Sangamam, we had from north they used to come here and just interact with us. And one kid from Kedarnath, his father is actually doing some transportation with ponies and horses there. He came here and had a half an hour conversation with me. Then that time he said, I am very inspired, sir, what can I do? I said, you pass JAM and come here. He stood at top rank in JAM and he has joined MSc Mathematics, and he just came here and said, sir, I have come in. So this is just the motivation, and that half an hour of interaction with us actually helped quite a bit. So overall there is no doubt that we need to scale this mentorship. We have crores of children. We are the youngest in the population between 15 to 35. We need to interact with the children, we need to interact with the youth and see that we guide them, because in the next 10 to 15 years, 20 years down the line, those are the people who are going to lead our country. They are going to be in the hem of affairs wherever they are. And it is very important that we focus and channelize them. And that is what we all were thinking. And then we want to be the change that we think of. And that's where we started around 2021, end of 2021. We started a Vidya Shakti program on the Vijayadashmi day, on 2021. We were thinking of that time the gross enrollment ratio. Friends, today out of 100 students, only 28 of them come to higher education. The remaining 72 are not coming to higher education. We have to at least make it 50 so that we have a very balanced society. Education is very important. So, with this as a background, there's no point in sitting in an AC room and talking about it, writing policies. Policy is there. There's a national education policy that has come. It clearly articulates it. There's nothing more to be added there. We need to now start implementing it. I fondly remember one story which my father used to tell. He was a student of the Maharaja of Tripanitura, Parikshit Ramavarma. So he used to go he's one of India's prime logician, worked in Indian logic, the Tarka Shastra, and Appa used to go there every summer for 2-3 months to learn under him. So when the government wanted to put a Sanskrit commission, so they wanted him to be the chair of the Sanskrit commission. So all of them came and they asked, what is the purpose of this commission? He said, again, no, to pedagogy, keeping, posterity, all these great words are there. Finally said, Enda, Samskrita Vidya Anuna, வாத்தியார்லாம் நல்லா சொல்லிக் கொடுக்கணும், குட்டிகள்லாம் ஸ்ரத்தையாக கட்டிக்கணும், இதுக்கு இருந்தால் கமிஷன் அப்படி. Okay. The teacher should teach well, the student should learn with care. Again, what he emphasized was the good mentor-mentee relationship is important. There is no need for a commission. So we all decided that we need to go and touch the grassroots. And that's what Vidya Shakti started. We put a TV as big as this, a Zoom internet connected. And we have a Zoom connection. Probably you should go to Zoho. No? Oh, you are using Zoho. Okay, I'll tell Sridhar. He'll be very happy about it. And we communicate to the kid. And the moment this infrastructure was made available, that during the daytime it was still available, so we started interacting with the women there, and there we started women empowerment. Then teacher training. And since this is a digital infrastructure, we were able to demonstrate experiments, more experiential learning in terms of simulation, and simulation actually worked very well. And since there is a live interaction, we were able to hire teachers who can talk in the mother tongue. We also have, latest addition for us is West Bengal. We have a Bengali teacher teaching in Bengali into a very rural, most rural part of Bengal today. So, education in the mother tongue, basically touching the kid there and understanding the need with very personal focused interaction, and enabling an ecosystem there where we basically start telling the rural world, Bhaiya, Bahan, it is very necessary that education must be there. So these Vidya Shakti centers, which started with 5, today, friends, we have 7,100 centers, right? And I must, so we were scaling at 190, around 100 in Tamil Nadu and a few in other states. Sri Lanka came and set up some centers there. We had some 5 or 6 at that point of time. We were very happy with 150 centers, and that's where I realized where are we and where is the need, the scale. Thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister, so when we had the Kashi Tamil Sangamam 1.0, at that point there was a discussion, and one view of the Prime Minister was that from Tamil Nadu what we can do here. Like our Shankara Eye Mission went and opened a Rakesh Junjunwala free eye hospital there in Varanasi. Like that we started multiple programs, and Vidya Shakti also started. So fortunately, a person from Tenkashi became the collector of Kashi, and his first assignment was Kashi Tamil Sangamam. It's a Rajalingam. And so he was so passionate about it, and so with this support we scaled up to 200, 300 centers there. So we were very happy about touching 500. Then, so there's one paradigm about AI, right? AI is something, if you achieve that, then this is not AI, there's something more. So it always grown. So there's no end of AI. Similarly, with this 500 we were happy, but 500 again we were not happy immediately after that. In Kashi Tamil Sangamam 2.2, that's a turning point, I must. Honorable Prime Minister spent, on our request, spent at least 2 minutes, 3 minutes explaining in his 30 minutes talk, 1/10 of the time he spent on the Vidya Shakti program. And he did mention about its impact. And friends, you won't believe, within the next 6 months, UP we grow up to 2,000 centers, right? So that's the power of that person. That's charisma. So I hope we all have that charisma and able to do that. So 2,500 centers is what we closed that financial year. And then came the next big boost for us. Of course, we started working with Northeast. We have now good presence in Northeast. We have good presence in Karnataka. There were some donors who came forward and basic. And friends, till date, it has been running only on CSR. Okay, so we have not taken money from anyone for anything except CSR grants, corporate social responsibility. So I also take this opportunity to thank all the CSR people, especially ICICI Bank was the first to come recognize and say, I'll give you 50 centers. Then we had a very good meeting with Honorable Chandrababu Naidu, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, and he was kind enough to open up 5,000 schools. He said, let us do it. And he personally follows up. So every 15 days, once in fortnight, there is some VC. Every time that VC is there, he asks, Vidya Shakti, how it is going. So I think that's a leadership took it up. Today, putting all these together, we have around 7,100. But friends, we need to scale up to 1,60,000 centers. Because India has 1,60,000 sub-post offices. When I worked for Arogya Setu, I had mugged up all these districts, 732, 733 districts plus all this. And so I think that's a must, and that is where we can start seeing the change. And that's where we are moving on. But having said this, having brought this infrastructure, there's a necessity for us to see what else we can do. One thing is class 3 to class 12. We started with class 5 to 12, but now we say it will be class 3 to class 12. And we are seeing the differences. So two important things come up. One is FLN, Foundation Literacy and Numeracy. Today maths is very important. We can't run away from maths, right? Some person became very rich failing in maths. No, that can be 1 or 2 stories. But today we need mathematics. If you sing, Arya sings music without mathematics, she can't do anything. She can't impress her. Manodharma is completely based on mathematics. Am I correct or wrong? Yes? So, everywhere we have mathematics. So, numeracy is very important. Foundation numeracy is extremely important. So, we have started working on FLN. So, this Mentor-Mentee program, at the school level, it will be, and the government also came out with, for IITs, they have recommended 1:10 faculties to student ratio. So I have 12,500 students here. I can fill up to 1,250 faculty, and that's very, very important. And not just to teach. I can teach today. Ravi teaches a class of around 300, 350 easily. Not yet. But once the data science grows. Oh, 2 sections now. But that's basically because, having one hall full of 400 is probably not available or something like that. But we can teach 300, 400. But on a personal note, when I am doing the tutorials or this, we need TAs at least for 1:10. And that's very, very important. So many of his courses will have class size as TA size. Okay, so that's also very important. So we are now looking at a 1:5 here, because it's going to be extremely personal in this case, and anybody cannot be a mentor. So if you keep telling, oh, this is that, then you can give more and more problems. The mentor should actually solve problems. Today we have lot of people in the world who can come and tell me this will not work. Very few people will say this has worked and have finished. Right? Very few people are there. And I find this population much larger in villages rather than towns. Because villages, they have lived a life with constraints. And so for them, no problem is a problem. They know they will have a solution. I have seen something bigger than this, tighter than this. Here only in city we have every stroke of illek you start beating your chest for this thing. So I think this is the right platform where we will identify such type of mentors, right? And I am very positive that we want to start out with around 500 mentors and 2,500 students as an experiment now, and let us see how this goes up. And the mentorship, again, it's not an overnight affair. It's going to be around 6 months when we start seeing certain positive outlook. And there for 2,500 students, if I am going to personally look at this positive output, that is where it's not going to be scalable, and that's where we will use AI in a very big way. We'll collect all those data, and we will use AI to basically come out with certain suggestions of whether the kid is doing well, kid is not doing well. But this is more than the studies. We are going to start looking at multiple aspects, including wellness, mental maturity, everything else. So this is something that is going to be a challenge for us. And unless we do this holistic development of the kid is not going to be possible. So that's one part. The second part today, IIT Madras, we have been rated number 1 for last 10 years in the NARF ranking. Though this clap is very, it's enthusing me, but I still feel, when we go out, we see engineers on the road without a job. Now, you are number 1 institution, what the hell did you do about it? It's a very important question, right? And what we have funded around 1,300 crores, this year 1,200 crores by the ministry. For what? These are questions need to be answered affirmatively. We need to give a very proper answer. So that's a very, very important thing. At this point, we started multiple things. One of the motto in which IIT Madras is working for the last couple of years now is IITM for all. We are opening our doors for everyone. It is not an elitist group. It is not a group who have opportunities to prepare for a very tough competitive examination. We have opened up the BS Data Science. We have 49,000 children who are studying BS Data Science, out of which around 8,000 have less than 1 lakh per annum income. And if things go well, all these 8,000, I pray God that let Him bless me with the honor of signing the 8,000 degree certificates for all these people. Right? And that's something which is very, very important. And we are moving in that direction. So with this, we recently opened a portal called NIPTA, National Internship Placement Training Assessment. Today, personally, I want in my lab a unique system administrator. Nagoji is not able to give me a resource. And all we have only one fellow there, Get Up Kaushik. He works for Kashi Tamil Sangamam. He works for NEET case. he works for this. He works for this. Integrated fee payment portal, hyper automation. Everything we are dumping on him because it's only resource whom I can trust, who will deliver. I told you, right? People who will come and say problem is solved, rather than coming out with another 100 problems saying this is not working, this is not working. Okay. So to find a Kaushik replacement, okay, it's going to be extremely difficult. Today that point is missing. So what we are trying to do is to train people so that they can become internshipable, employable, right? So this internshipable, new word we can put. So this is the motivation, and we want to conduct an examination and give a result like how much this person is internshipable, how much this person is employable, so that the industry can come and pick. So industry today, we had one HR meet. So we also arranged an HR meet last week. Several HRs came. It's a third party agency who wanted to make an HR. I said, please arrange it. And I'll give it at some internal rate for you all. And I'll come and address as a chief guest. Okay. So I took this opportunity. So I got some 150 HR as a captive audience. Okay. Which I don't think I can manage by myself. That the agency brought. Then I told them, see, now you come to this portal, you just you go to institutions, but now you come to this portal where IIT Madras has put some mind on each one of them, and they are trying to assess and giving you a assessment. So you can look at this assessment and basically and at least look at the resume. So you're going for a matrimony, before a boy rejects a girl or vice versa, at least they should look at the photo. Yeah? Can't just say, na lamelo. Yeah, correct? Right? So at least look at the resume. So this is the first step we are trying to do. So NIPTA is on. That portal was released by our Honorable Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhanji when he was here. He was extremely happy about it. And now, as equal to NIPTA, now this Yuva Vidya Yuva Mentor-Mentee platform we are going to launch today. Now what we are going to do, it is for FLN, for the children. It is also, so it's a Shishu. Then we come to the Yuva, where we take up college students who register, train them, how to report, how to make a project schedule, how to handle some PERT charts, right? How to meet deadlines, how to solve problems, right? How to talk, how to behave, how to conduct, so many things. So this will be more than just a Python. Of course, Python and all also we will teach, but this will be more than that. Then we are also looking at people today. So I went to a car factory. Then suddenly some 4 or 5 people, quite elderly, around the 45 to 55 range. They come and say, sir, we are all BS data science students. I said, what are you doing? Sir, engine fine tuning takes us 3 months for adjusting this. Now we got tons of data. Every time we do engine fine tuning, we get tons of data. Now I am able to do this analysis. What used to take 3 months, we are able to finish off in 2 weeks. Right? So that is a need for upskilling. So otherwise there is a way that, so AI will not take away jobs, but AI will replace people who don't know AI. Okay? So if you know AI, I am sure you will have a very good thing for this. It's there from all way from, mechanical engineering, any aspect of engineering, including, now I can say even journalism. Right? You need AI, then you can quickly summarize. Okay? So we are also looking at upskilling as a part of this. So 3-pronged approach, the Shishu, the children, the Yuva, the college, and then the employed Vridha maybe, and all 3 of them will benefit from this mentor-mentee relationship. We will enroll mentors into this, but very carefully, because the mentor should be a mentor by definition, literally, by thought, by words, and by action. Right? Manasa, Vacha, Karmana, all 3 things they have to be a mentor. We'll make a very careful selection. And for each mentor, we will assign no more than 5 mentees. And as the mentor population grows, we will register more students. And let us see how to bring focus to these students. So this is focus to all the people who are going to be involved. So this is also since many people are watching online, or maybe this will go online to be on YouTube. Anybody interested in being a mentor, you can contact us. Details will be there on the website. And we will take it forward from there. I think this is a way by which we want to scale. We will have support from AI to see how this education grows well, and then let us build the youth for tomorrow, who will basically get us the technology superpower, the knowledge superpower, and the cultural superpower of Bharat in 2047. I think on Vijayadashmi Day, let us take this pledge, let us all work together. Thank you very much, and I am very pleased that this is happening at IIT Madras.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you for tracing the journey of Vidya Shakti from its inception to where we are today. 1.6 lakh post offices. Wow. So I think we should aim to get 1.6 lakh mentors in the next few years. That should be our dream. Thank you for the inspirational keynote address, Professor, and launching the platform. Now, we will talk about collaboration with Swayam Plus and Skills Academy. To speak about the collaboration with Swayam Plus and the Skills Academy in advancing mentorship, we'll invite Sri Balamurali Shankar, Chief Knowledge Officer, IIT Madras, Pravatak. Sri Bala is Head of the Digital Skills Academy at IIT Madras Pravatak Technologies Foundation. He drives initiatives to bridge academia and industry through digital skilling. He is a former Vice President at Cognizant Technology Solutions and IT Delivery Head at VFI SLK Services, where he managed complex portfolios and incubated innovative delivery models. With deep expertise in IT strategy and operations, he brings decades of experience in building and scaling technology and learning programs. So no better person than Sri Bala for the collaboration with Swayam Plus.
Good evening. I feel like tailender batting after Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma batting, and especially after. Thank you, sir. Sir, in addition to that, I got my wisdom tooth removed yesterday. My family complains that wisdom also got removed. So, good evening. Quickly, most of you know about IITM Pravatak Technology Foundations. So, we are a Section 8 company hosted by IIT Madras and supported by Department of Science and Technology. So, we focus on technology development. There is a technology that has to be developed through research and translation research. That's our predominant focus area. Entrepreneurship development, we have incubated about 40 plus startups. And human resource development, which I'm primarily responsible for, which includes Digital Skills Academy and Swayam Plus as well. Swayam Plus is being headed by Professor Sarthi, and we collaborate with the Professor Sarthi on that. And of course, international collaboration. And these are the startups representative set of startups that we incubated. I'll also touch upon how these startups come into play. First of all, I'll give a quick view of the ecosystem that we have developed and how this ecosystem can come together with the Mentor-Mentee platform that we have been discussing. Digital Skills Academy is predominantly focused on skilling both fresh graduates as well as the early career professionals in some of these technology areas mentioned like AML, data science, data analytics, and 5G. And Swayam Plus specifically is related to skilling, and the only difference is Swayam Plus also focuses on the students as well as early professionals, as well as the mentor population that we are talking about today. The mentors needs to be upskilled as well because thanks to the recession that's going in IT, there are going to be a lot of mentors that are going to be available in the market, and we need to kind of upskill them appropriately so that they can bring up the student. That's Swayam Plus as an ecosystem. And industry startups, industry and startups, both they produce content as well as skilling programs and mentors, as well as they are also mentees for us in some cases. So I call them as prosumers, producer plus consumers. And last but not least, mentoring. Mentoring is, as I said, train the teacher program is one of the programs that we do. So when you look at the schools, the first mentor the student looks up is the teacher, your high school teacher. So what we have started doing is, and of course, apart from giving the necessary 101 on the technology, we also let the teachers know about what are the career that are available for students, so that they get prepared, and then they just don't say like you have to do engineering and medicine. So there are 100 careers that are available. We just printed a book, and we have so far mentored about 1,000 teachers to let them know what are the careers that are available for the students, and so that there are things beyond engineering and medicine as well. And this is one program that we continue to do. And of course, there are through Malavya mission, we also try to give the one-on-one of the technology required for the teachers. So given that the ecosystem that we have developed, I think this is the time for us to collaborate with Vidya Shakti program to build the mentor platform, and we'll come together. One is of course to look at the option that we are available. Then there are some of the things that we can develop as well, like basic electronics courses. It's basically this is a very interactive kind of course. We bring students here. The idea is, as professor was saying, director was saying, IITM for all, and to give the exposure to a rural student and bring them to the IIT Madras laboratory, and then show them how an electronic lab requires, how a 3D lab looks like, and so on. And A for all is again, it's under the IITM for all. So we divide this into 3 layers. One is, for the first layer is remove the fear of AI. Look at teachers, school teachers, or anyone for that matter, they all have a fear of AI. The first level course is all about removing the fear of AI, and then the second level, how to make best use of AI and the tools and everything for them to be productive about their jobs. And last, of course, which is at an expert level in terms of doing advanced AI ML techniques. So this is a program that we have launched through Swayam Plus. About 43,000 people got benefited. It was free of charge. But of course, you have to pay a small fee if you have to get a certification and assessment. And Professor Naguji as well as Kaushik themselves, they have done AI for physics and AI for chemistry. The idea is we don't want to leave a physics student or a chemistry student or accountancy student left behind in the AI wave. I mean, most of them don't think about that, those students. So I think Naguji and Kaushik ji all put together a lot of good efforts, and we are, thanks to great success of the first batch, we are going to launch the second batch. Second batch, we also added AI for educators, which is predominantly meant for K-12 teachers. The reason I'm saying this is all going to come together in the Mentor-Mentee platform, so that the mentors also get together. And the third thing is, this year we started working with a corporate. I've just named a corporate, but again, there are many such corporates who are coming to us, and where we have looked at the school students' talent, and then we understood the need for mentoring those school students, and they came with great ideas, and about 10 or 15 ideas were shortlisted by us, which will be certainly be incubated by any of our ecosystem that's available here. And last but not least, the startup incubation, and we have a program known as Entrepreneurship in Residence program, where if a student has an idea, and that idea can be converted to a prototype, we just help the student to do that. That's known as a AR program. And the prototype is successful, and then the student becomes an entrepreneur and does a startup. And so these are the various students and mentorship program. And I'll just stop here in the interest of time. And the idea is to summarize. We'll work closely with the Mentor-Mentee program, and the focus being on the scaling the mentor along with the scaling the student, as well as providing internship opportunities both in Pravatak as well as the startups that we have. So far we have provided internship for 1,000 plus students, and this internship is one of the ways to mentor as well. We'll continue to scale this the help of this program. Thank you.
Thank you, Bala, for providing us with details of Swayam Plus. If there are questions for Bala, I'm sure you can take them during the high tea. He will be available to take questions from all of us. Now, over to an overview of the Vidya Shakti Yuva platform. For a closer look at the platform architecture and how it will serve mentors and mentees, may we invite Dr. Kaushik Raghavan, Principal Data Scientist, Resilio Labs. Dr. Kaushik, as Professor was complimenting him profusely, he specializes in advanced analytics, machine learning, and AI solutions. He brings deep expertise in data-driven problem solving for complex industrial and business challenges. Passionate about innovation, he mentors teams on leveraging AI for impactful, scalable solutions. So already a mentor. And over to you, Kaushik, for explaining the platform.
And one other point that I would like to add about Kaushik is, we all remember Arogya Setu. We remember COVID vaccination platform. Every day we used to see that dashboard with or the map with the lal circle, hara circles. All those things are quality tested, performance tested for millions of users and certified by Kaushik.
Thank you everyone. I'm just going to give you an overview of how we onboard both mentors as well as mentees in this platform. You can just start it. So this is the homepage where you will log in. So where you will see the details about what is this platform about and stuff like that. And once you come there, you have an option to get started today. So once you click that, there are 3 logins: mentor, mentee, and an administrator login. So once you go into the mentor login, so you will first be asked your email ID. Your email ID will be verified in the system. So you provide a valid email ID because you are going to get an OTP to that number. So the moment you send it, an OTP will be sent to the email ID. Like for example, I'm showing my email box where I have received an OTP. So I will just input this OTP in the system for me to go into the system where the onboarding process starts. So in this, for mentors, there is a verification process. That is, once you log in, you are supposed to update a valid document for your identification that will be validated, and then only you will be allowed to execute your duties as a mentor. So now I'm giving my details of the mentor. Give your mobile number. I mean, all this data will not be shared with anyone. It is only for our record purpose. So I'm just entering my date of birth, maybe the state from where I'm coming from, districts, and other details if you wish to. They are all not mandatory. You can just ignore them. But then you will have to give some valid email, some valid identity document. In this case, I'm giving a PAN card. And then I'll upload my PAN details. My PAN card, it could be a PDF file or a PNG file, and then you give next. Then it will ask you about your educational qualifications and your work experience, which is, you can specify all those details. I mean, we are not going to ask any certificates of those things. These are all self given by you. So you can just provide all these details, and the language is mainly for interaction between the mentors and mentees. Okay, so as many languages as you can. Then on how many days you are available for mentorship. Okay, though it is not, we don't exactly follow it, but we are just asking you to provide how many hours you can mentor, whether you can mentor on weekdays and weekends and stuff like that. So you'll have to give all these things, and there are some things that you accept, right? And then you submit for admin approval. So once this goes in, you will have to wait till you get an email in your email box that your profile has been verified. So our administrator will log in. Okay, we are going to identify multiple administrators also, where they will log into the system and validate. It will just show you how we validate. So now we are logging in as an administrator. So we'll log in, and then we will see who all have applied for mentors, and then we use their document that they have given, their educational qualifications and things like that, and we approve them. So then we'll come. Now I have applied as a mentor. Now I'm just going and approving it. So the moment I've approved, the mentors can log in. So once the mentor logs in, he'll be able to create projects for mentoring, and he'll also be able to accept mentees. So we will see how a mentor login will look like. Many of you are mentors here. So your login will look something like this. So So you log in, then you will see your dashboard, how many projects you have uploaded, how many mentees are there, what are the tasks that you have assigned to your mentors, and how many mentors have given us a request. Now I am going to log in as a mentee. I am going to register as a mentee. So anybody who wants to get mentored on any subject for your of your interest can come into this portal and register. So mentees, there is no validation per se. The mentor himself validates whether I should take him as a mentee or not. So there is no admin approval. The moment you log in, you will be given you can just look at what are all the projects available, and then you can select one of the projects in which you want to work. So now I am trying to log in as a mentee. Again, the details are going to be pretty much same. You will get an OTP. Anyways, you are validating your email ID. So you would need a valid email ID. So right now we are expecting it to be a Gmail ID, because Gmail automatically validates your some basic date of birth and stuff like that. So here I am coming in as a mentee. Again, I would fill my details, and same like mentor. I'm just giving a name, and then first name, last name, date of birth, mobile number. Again, all these data are saved in a secure way, not to be shared. And even in the platform, you don't require to share your contact details to chat with the mentor. The chatting with the mentor happens on the platform itself. So there is no need for you to share your mobile number or stuff like that if you are a mentor or a mentee. So you are logging in as a mentee. I mean, that's my real date of birth that you are seeing, 2005. So again, here also I could give what is the my degree qualifications, right? And when did I complete my graduation? I've just completed. So again, I am giving what language I am comfortable in getting in touch with the mentor. I'll add these details. Again, I'm also saying how many days in a week I can contribute to the mentorship, how many, and what is the requirements that I want. I want to do it in AI programming, okay? And then I'll also complete registration. The moment I complete registration, when I go to my dashboard, I will see a lot of projects where I can work on. So now there is the registration is getting completed. Yeah, so the registration is over. Now the project, now here I'm again logged in as a mentor. As a mentor, I'm going to create a new project. This is the project I want to mentor, at least say 5 students. As professor said, I want to mentor 5 different students. So I'll tell what are all the details of the project. These are all various things that we have. I'm just going with the basics of AI, and in what language I want to mentor. If you have a video, document, anything that you want to add, you can add it. Now I've added a project. Now as a mentee, when I log in, I will see this project. Whatever project has been loaded, that project will be shown here. So I log in and I can see that these are all the projects that are available. There are multiple projects in which I want to go in for AI for medical imaging. I have requested it. Now a mentor will get a saying that in the mentor dashboard, I could see there is one pending request. There is one guy who has requested for mentoring. So he will click that, and at the bottom of the screen he will be able to see, again, if he says how many mentees are there, all these things he can see, and then he can see that request. So Rajesh Kumar has requested for being a mentee. So I accept. The moment I accept it, so now me and the mentor and mentee both are connected. They can also chat with the messages. I'll show you in some time. And as a mentor, for that guy, I am going to give some task. Hey, these are the tasks that you have to do, which I am going to monitor. So I am going to give for whom I am going, which project, what task. So either you can give just one task, or you can also add multiple tasks. Here I am adding 3 different tasks. So clean and resize the images for medical imaging. That's the first step. Again, I am giving a due date on which he has to complete. So this is one task. You can either create or you can add multiple tasks as well. So I go back, go above and add one more task. Like this, I can add 2 to 3 tasks. So in this example, I've added 3 tasks. So let's wait. So next one is exploratory data analysis on the images. So that's the next step. Again, priority and the due date on which I want to complete. So second one is done, and I'm adding another task as well. So just to show you that you can add multiple tasks at the same time. It could be any task, You can just specify those tasks. I'm asking him to create a basic CNN model. Okay, so 3 tasks are created. Now the mentee will see all these 3 tasks. So if I go in as a mentee login under the projects, the tasks, I see all these 3 things. So once I complete, I will say completed or in progress. But whenever I have a doubt, I want to connect with him, then I'll go to the messages. I'll see that my mentor is online. I'll start chatting with him. So now we have only brought chat. We are going to bring in video calls. We are going to bring in chats. And we are also going to bring in AI assistants here, where we will also be chatting with an AI mentor before he goes on to the actual mentor. So this is going to be the future ones. So this is the overall platform that we have built. This is only the onboarding process. And then once you sign up, you will be able to see much more things. Thank you.
And this is just a beginning. We want to bring a lot more stuff, but make it very simple. So you have seen sign up, login. We want to bring structured way of working, that work culture to everybody. So they should know this is a mini project or a micro project or a task. They should know how to interact with the mentor, and the chat is inbuilt. The reason why we are putting the chat inbuilt is the text is generated. We will be able to do a lot more AI stuff on that. And then we are also bringing voice chat, and as Kaushik said, voice and video calls also, so that we will be doing transcription. That transcription is an asset. That digital asset we will analyze whether the mentee asks real questions or not. That itself is a measure. Correct? All these things AI can do wonders. So we are bringing those stuff here. And we have Giri. Giri is the project manager who actually developed this whole module. Okay, whatever screens that you have seen, including the dashboard, everything, flat 2 weeks. Okay, in just flat 2 weeks, he and a 1-member team built it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Kaushik, for providing the details of the platform. I'm sure if you have questions, Kaushik will be around to answer all your questions. And thanks, Naguji, for the additional details. We'll now have Dr. Shiva talk about new initiatives and also the formal vote of thanks he will provide. Basically, the upcoming initiatives of Vidya Shakti and extending a formal vote of thanks. Dr. Shiva is AVP Sales at Resilio Labs. He's been instrumental in scaling Vidya Shakti from 3 centers in Tamil Nadu to 7,200 plus centers. And Dr. Shiva has personally visited, I'm sure, more than 5,000 of these 7,200 centers personally across 7 states. I think over the last 2 years, his family might have seen him for not more than 60 days out of, how many, close to 1,000 days, I don't know. And to the extent that his best friends are, guess who, the Indigo in-flight service crew. They are his best friends now. So Shiva, a key driver of partnerships with state governments, senior ministry officials, central education ministry. He provides hands-on leadership to monitor implementation of the Vidya Shakti project. With strong relationships with center coordinators, school leaders, teachers and tutors, he has ensured impactful delivery, and he has been driving the expansion of Vidya Shakti at scale across multiple states. Over to you, Dr. Shiva, to speak about new initiatives and the formal vote of thanks.
Yeah, good evening all. So, as part of our unwavering commitment to holistic education and cultural empowerment, we are proud to announce several transformative initiatives that mark a significant step forward in our collective vision for academic excellence rooted in India's timeless values. Launch of Vidya Shakti in Ayodhya Sanskriti schools. We are delighted to launch Vidya Shakti across 5 Ayodhya Sanskriti schools. This unique educational initiative aims to nurture value-based learning grounded in India's rich spiritual and cultural heritage. Through this program, we aspire to instill a deep sense of purpose, character, and national pride in every student. Launch of MCQ Notebooks. We are pleased to introduce MCQ Notebooks, a practical curriculum-aligned tool designed to support students in their learning and exam preparation. Subject-wise, chapter-wise, multiple-choice questions aligned with natural curriculum standards, which emphasize on self-assessment and competitive exam readiness. These notebooks aim to empower learners to take charge of their academic journeys with renewed motivation and structure. Concept launch of Digital Shakti Kendra. A forward-thinking initiative, the Digital Shakti Kendra is set to be launched in the northeastern states, extending the reach of the Vidya Shakti mission. This center will serve as a hub of digital empowerment, offering financial, legal, and cyber security literacy. Awareness about key central and state government schemes, particularly for women. A supportive platform to advance the educational and social well-being of underserved communities. On behalf of the entire team, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to all the dignitaries, educators, mentors, stakeholders who made this initiative possible. The dedicated curriculum developers and content creators behind the MCQ notebooks, the visionaries and community leaders whose inspiration led to the founding of Ayodhya Sanskriti schools. Our special guests, Professor Dr. Kamakodi, Professor Dr. Ravindran Balaraman, and Mr. Balamurali for their invaluable support. Our esteemed advisors, CSR partners, collaborators, and the faculty of IIT Madras who are present here today. The facility providers, ICSR, the team behind the IT arrangements, Toastmaster Gopu Rajagopalan, and our global audience watching live on YouTube. As we move forward, let us reaffirm our commitment to an education system that nurtures not just intellect, but values, vision, and vitality. Jai Hind, Jai Vidya Shakti.
We would like to have whoever is willing to become a mentor, at least 1 hour a week, if you can spend online with somebody who needs, because an experienced person interacting with half an hour with a person is worth reading 5 books. So you can give all your knowledge. Sharing the knowledge is very powerful. So experienced people who are willing to become mentor, please contact Shiva, and after this meet, we will hand over a Vidya Shakti mentor badge also. So for all those mentors, this is going to be a great movement on this, and started on this with Vijayadashmi Day, because we truly believe in community participation in a big way. The changes cannot be brought only by policies and text. The community participation is extremely important. People who have got experience, who are having jobs, and who are high in the pyramid of economy, if they can spend 1 hour a week, that can bring a lot of change. There are many platforms like this, but our emphasis, as Professor mentioned, Shishu, Yuva, and Vidya, all the 3 status with different set of mentors. So again, getting started in IIT Madras premises is a privilege to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shiva, and thanks, Nagoji. I guess many of them might have questions about, what does it actually mean to become a mentor? Am I eligible to become a mentor, and what does it mean? What kind of expertise is required? So maybe people have a lot of doubts or questions in their mind. Nagoji is here, and as part of during the high tea, feel free to interact with Nagoji, Shiva, the Kaushik, the Vidya Shakti team here, to know more about the program and what does it take for you to become a mentor. As we come to the conclusion of this memorable event, we will now will request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you all. Thank you so much. With that, we bring today's program to a close. We are deeply grateful to all of you, to our esteemed speakers, mentors, and all the members here attending in person, and all those watching it live on YouTube. Invite you all to join us for high tea there and continue the conversations. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. And those who are watching live online YouTube, please make a cup of chai yourself at home and have a fantastic day ahead. Thank you all.